big-time player, Jamie Elliott. He's hit that really sweetly. Umpire is just going to check this.
Especially after Darcy Moore tackled and then holding the ball.
It's because of Crisp's aggressive run to make it 4 Collingwood goals in a row and to give them a lead of 28 points on the eve of three-quarter time. It's there. He's got it.
To have a great big long thump at it. Good ball.
11 straight goals this season for Nick Larkey. This will test him though from on 50 in the angle. It's coming. Make that 12 straight for Larkey. Big double cobra too, which we always enjoy, and the Kangaroos have got the last 3.
It's got Clarko out of the seat. He's up on the boundary line now.
A couple of your key playmakers out in Luke Davies-Uniacke and Jai Simpkin. Who's going to stand up?
They've had real good centre bounce takeaway, the last 3 centre bounces, so...
None for Curnow or Harry.
And I think Charlie Curnow learnt from his previous mistake when he tried to mark that one on the line. He didn't go back and try to mark that one. He knew a teammate had it covered.
I think he reluctantly did that. Threw it at Ward. He could thump for goal from there. He's hit it well. How well? Perfectly. The veteran responds. And this is an entertaining game.
Conditions that we're a little bit concerned about. The centre clearance, doesn't it make a difference? That's where Gary Lyon had told us they get scored against when they lose the centre clearance. It's nice to have the boot on the other foot.
And you see Sam Doherty, he's an older version of Nick Dacos, if you like, Ian Saad, who come off the back of the square. In that instance, he got caught in between. He didn't know whether to come up and put some pressure on.
The centre clearance, doesn't it make a difference? That's where Gary Lyon had told us they get scored against when they lose the centre clearance. It's nice to have the boot on the other foot.
A 51-metre special.
Oh,
not a problem. Just what the Doc ordered.
Himself with Doherty. He just had to stand the mark, give him freedom to go back and kick.
Perfectly timed assault from the Blues. They link up with hands, and now the kick to the 50. Sits for Curnow. You can see Mackay darting. Had the space to lead into. Curnow had grander plans. Charlie ignites the Blues on half-time.
No look around the body. This transition now was a little bit what the Giants were doing earlier in this quarter. But what's Charlie's mind about now? Says, I'm going inside and I can kick it from here. I know I can. And he just toe poked that.
It's just about the first mistake from Jack Buckley, I reckon. He had to favour Curnow turning onto his natural foot. If he turns the other way, that's okay. Left foot, boundary, 45 to 50 metres.
But what's Charlie's mind about now? Says, I'm going inside and I can kick it from here. I know I can. And he just toe poked that.
He's backing himself here. Has he got the distance? SPP with a bit of DIY. He's got the first.
For a behind, but a great start for the Power. I mean, it's a good strike. But just see here. Oh, it's a fresh area. Walker wants it deep. It's got a Lear at full back.
Here's Dawson on the ball. As we told you. She threw a couple and has it been touched? Has it been touched? No!
He's kicked that 75 metres. And it won't be his best goal against the Power.
Is that a 2-shot penalty for someone from Port, Jared?
Yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss. Hard to believe you miss these ones, but it's early. He's kicked that 75 metres. And won't be his best goal against the Power.
Third season for Luke Pedlar, their pick 11 in 2020 on this perfect evening for football, and that is a perfect kick on this perfect evening. Crows back in front.
4, so you'd give that a tick. Bogue's been off the bench, he's had a couple, so haven't anybody really dominating through that middle of the ground at this stage, and they need a lift just generally through that area. Rosie's been off the ground.
O'Brien crunch both knees into the belly button. Lysette with the clearance. Rioli, you called for it. Called to go, takes off, he might go for home. Razzle dazzle Rioli. One touch masterclass.
Not in play. When you see this bloke with a ball in his hands, he can do anything, and he showed us that in round 1 when he was on this very ground and just doing all manner of tricks. And he was waiting to get around there. This is exactly what he had in mind. He smelled a goal, and he went back and he delivered a goal. He's a beauty, Kingy.
Luke Peddle. Has he got the carry? He's having a good night at the office. And Adelaide in front.
In that free kick to me, but nevertheless, he's got it.
It was a big moment at halfback.
Struck it well. This will be one of the all-time classic Crow wins.
One slip, or his club has, his team has. That's a great smother. Really excellent performance, and he ends up getting on the end of it and nailing a goal. Coming off the bench as the sub. He hasn't done his chances any harm of selection again next week. Nice little chip kick from Murphy, who's been solid all night. Better than that, in fact.
Well, in the end, in the second half, it's been Laird and Rankin and these guys that have taken control of ground level ball.
Perkins goes himself, hits it pretty well. It's long, it's straight, it's perfect. Bombers get the one they need.
It's a beautiful finish. Yeah. Flushed it, didn't he?
And he finds himself at the age of 23 with so much on the line, with a rare shot for goal. A shot for goal!
That is a roost.
You've got to love Ballard!
And always watching the ball, he put his eyes on his opponent. He was just lost in the air then.
Going back as far as he can with a full run-up and a mighty thump. How could you doubt him? Lukosius kicks a monster.
Best game of body work I've seen today. Just a little bump on Zach Tui again. Before the kick, before the mark came, we saw him take that contested mark close to goal.
McDonald from right on 50. Lobbed it off the boot. Swans have struggled from set shots this afternoon. He's working that one back. And Papley's got 3.
This will be from outside 50. Allen launches into it. There's some good young forwards at both ends in Derby 56 as Allen launches long.
Concentration all over his face. Struck that magnificently. He's got 2. The West Coast in front.
2 goals, 2 for the season for Michael Frederick. He'll kick it from the paint of 50. Struck it nicely. Struck it very nicely. And Fremantle make the break. West Coast had to work so hard to get their first goal in a long time. Well, the Dockers come up with the immediate response.
You're right about it, Jared. It's probably been his growth area in his game to be able to hit those targets. He's certainly in the right position. The goal umpire.
Yep.